What is up, guys? It's me from the channel, and welcome back to first episode of Budget Travel Tips. Today we are in Bangladesh, one of my favorite countries in the world. The people here are very kind and welcoming. The food is amazing. And most importantly, it's very cheap to travel here. So I am gone. Now I show you how you can get around this country for less than $15 per night. That includes your accommodation, food, and activities. Let's do it. Okay, so let's start with transportation, because that's the main way to get around this country. If you come from abroad, chances are you will fly into Hazrat Shajalaya International, which is located in Dhaka. And if you want to get into Dhaka City, you can take a taxi downtown, or you can take a ride-sharing service like Uber. Or taking a taxi downtown will cost you anywhere between $8 to $12. Taking an Uber or Pattern will cost you around $5. Now, once you're in the city, there are many ways to get around. First, there are rickshaws, which you can find pretty much everywhere in the old part of the city. They will charge you by the ride, but make sure you negotiate before you get in. Otherwise, they will charge you double or triple the fare for longer distances. You could take a CNG auto rickshaw, which is like a bigger version of a normal rickshaw. They usually don't have a meter, so negotiate the price before you get in. If you need to cross the river to get somewhere, then you can take a ferry. The good thing about taking a ferry is that they are very cheap and they also go very fast. Another cool way to get around the city is by taking a bicycle rickshaw. These ones usually don't have a meter either, so agree on the price before you get in. But you can also rent one for the entire day and cycle around the city yourself. Renting one for the entire day will cost you around $25. There are also some newer forms of transportation like ride-sharing services like Uber and Pattern, which I mentioned earlier. They are a little bit more expensive than taking a rickshaw, but they are still very cheap, especially if you are traveling solo or as a couple. You can also download local apps like Showhuj, which is very popular here. You can use it to book a bike, auto rickshaw, or even a car. There's also Obi, which is another ride-sharing app that you can use in Bangladesh. Local transportation within the city will cost you anywhere between $2 to $5 per day. Now let's talk about where you can stay while visiting Bangladesh. So when I first visited Bangladesh, I stayed at a 5-star hotel in Dhaka City called the Westin Dhaka. It was amazing, but it definitely wasn't cheap. I wouldn't recommend staying there unless you're trying to impress someone or celebrate something special. Instead, I recommend staying at a local guest house or a hotel. They are clean, safe, and comfortable, and they are also very cheap. You can get a private room with a bed for as low as $3 per night. And if you're traveling as a couple or as a family, then you can get a family suite for as low as $10 per night. In addition, some of these guest houses will also include breakfast in the price. The best places to stay in terms of price and safety are Banani and Baridhara in Dhaka. Now let's talk about food, because I know that's what you're really interested in. The cheapest way to eat in Bangladesh is to eat street food. You can get a big plate of biryani for just $1. The best place to try street food is from the food carts at Air, which is a cultural center in Dhaka. The only downside of eating street food is that you might get an upset stomach. But if you're careful and you choose the right place, you should be fine. If you want to play it safe, then you can eat at a local restaurant. There, you can get a full meal for just $3 to $4. A popular local dish that you have to try when in Bangladesh is called It's a type of street food that consists of a shell made out of semolina. And inside the shell, they put mashed potatoes in a spicy sauce. It tastes delicious, so make sure you try it. Another thing that you have to try when in Bangladesh is halim. It's a type of stew made out of meat and vegetables. You can get it for lunch at pretty much any restaurant for just a few dollars. Now, if you're tired of eating Bangladeshi food, then you can also check out some international restaurants. Most international restaurants are located in hotels so it's best to look for deals and discounts online before going there. Some hotels will give you discounts for their restaurants on their website or on Facebook. You can also ask your hotel or guest house for discounts or coupons. If you're looking for some entertainment, then you can check out the Erong Shalparamposh Cultural Center, which I mentioned earlier. Entrance is free. You can walk around, try some street food, and enjoy the atmosphere. If you're interested in history, then you can visit the OS, which is a national museum located in Dhaka. Entrance is only $2.50. You can also visit the Liberation War Museum, which is dedicated to the war that took place in 1971. Entrance is also very cheap, just $1.25. If you're interested in art, then you can visit the National Gallery of Arts. Entrance is only $1.25. And finally, if you want to relax, then you can go to the largest park in Dhaka, which is the National Zoo Park. Entrance is only $2.50. All right, guys, so let's do some math. Transportation within the city costs around $2 to $5. A night in a guest house costs $3 to $10, and food costs between $1 to $4 per meal. So if you want to spend the absolute minimum, you can do it for around $15 per night. But I would recommend spending at least $25 per night so you can enjoy this country a little bit more. That means eating at least one international restaurant, visiting some museums, and relaxing at the park. So for $25, you can have a great time here. And those are my tips for traveling Bangladesh for less than $25 per night. Do you think you can do it? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next week. Bye.